Hey, it's your.
So try to not drink a drink with ice in it.
Yeah, there's.
Shit.
I have one rule.
It's
okay.
one giant ice cube.
That's fine, as long as it's not a steel tumbler full of ice, because I don't want to have to edit every time I hear bam.
Yeah. No, that's understandable.
Yeah, I had to do that. Emily had I think it's on episode 2, she had a steel tumbler, and it was literally the worst thing I had to edit in my entire life. So anyways, welcome back, one and all, to
the
unhappiest podcast on the internet. Yeah. Not really, but kind of. No, this is Unhappy Hour, episode 4. It's been a while, internet, and I've fired my co-host. As is GoBicker tradition, we've removed a co-host for Kitt.
Yay! Am I the new co-host?
Apparently. Emily's, in case
take them all down.
In case nobody knows, Emily's super duper busy now and doesn't have time for the podcast. She said if she ever has time again, she'll do it. But for right now, I'm just gonna wing it. I don't know if Kitt's the new co-host. He probably will end up being, because he's the only other alcoholic member of GoBicker. Until Terry turns 21.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're all here. I'm Chris. That's Kitt, and on the far left over there is Pi, Dark Cloud Pi.
Why?
And one and all together, we are the Roof Sitters. We haven't been together in a couple of years. I don't think I've talked to Pi in like 2 years.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, you kind of disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're like, "Hey guys, it's
welcome back."
Right.
Back.
That's exactly.
Oh my god.
How I came back in the Discord chat and everything.
Yeah, and now BGN's going well, alive and well, and we burned it to the ground on accident. No, we didn't. Terry did. Yeah. Terry burned it to the ground. I didn't have anything to do with that.
Sure you didn't.
I had to leave early on the New Year's stream. What happened?
Don't worry about it. I don't exactly know what happened.
The tree I spent 2 days on got burnt to the ground.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I saw that like after the fact, and I was like, oh, it's like Christmas is exploding out of Kitt's house.
I just know.
So that
I just
was
know
not
that,
intentional.
Like, I was hanging out, wandering around, just talking, probably about Todd Howard or Fallout 4, and all of a sudden I heard Terry go, "Oh no." And I turn around, and it's like just a wall of fire, and I was like, "Shit!"
Oh my god!
Have you know, Fire Tick is now on. So
yeah, apparently, Terry decided to test if Fire Tick was turned off by igniting the largest, most flammable thing he could find.
Yeah, I think this is why you guys aren't allowed on a Lich Note.
We're not allowed on a Lich Note because those people don't have a sense of humor. What we did on Lich Note was fun. What we did on VGN was a war crime.
Yeah. Well, it's a slippery slope. So
it is.
They got you out ahead of time, or
yeah. That was, both of those are very fun. I don't know if we're gonna be invited back to BGN.
Oh.
Were people super salty about that? I haven't been checking the chat. Does anybody even notice this?
BGN? No, nobody really cared.
Okay.
No,
I was a little worried.
It's all Kitt.
Yeah, as long as it's me that's being bothered by it, then that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, it was like
my stuff can be burned and exploded.
It's just like like classic BGN. Your stuff's just getting destroyed. That's why you started building your houses out of dirt, wasn't it?
Yep, that's why. Because people would prank me with dirt pie.
Oh, yeah, about that. Yeah,
that was like the first Maplecraft video we recorded together.
Oh god, yeah.
I was like, do it? Fine. Y'all can't prank me with dirt if I build my stuff out of dirt.
Right.
I censored myself for some reason.
You don't have to.
Like every time I hear pie,
this show is an
I'm
open
like,
book.
oh, I need to talk like it's a regular episode of like some sort of Minecraft thing. So I need to be all, and I can't say shit. I need to say stuff.
Dude, I always. Well, do I? No, I don't know.
Well, I'm
not trying to be
you.
family friendly, but
welcome to our family friendly alcoholic podcast.
Right.
Gather your Christian family around. Let's talk about depression.
Pour one out for the toddlers out there.
Censor.
All right. This is Kool-Aid. This is not
Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
alcohol.
Well, I just noticed something. So y'all, Pi, start saying some stuff about what you've been going on in your world.
Yeah, you've been gone
To
for like
Chris.
2 years.
And I will be right back.
Okay.
This goes on.
Kit's gotta pee.
Okay, bye, Kit. God, mostly just school work. I'm really lame in that way that I'm not doing anything else.
It happens. But you've been, 'cause
Yes.
I think like around the last time I talked to you, you were just going into college, I want to say, or just started college.
Right.
So yeah.
Now I'm junior year of college.
Christ.
So.
Time flies when you don't play Minecraft.
Yeah. I was looking back at my old videos and I was like, holy shit, how have I made so many friggin' episodes of Codex especially, and then I just gave up after that.
Codex was buck wild. That was a wild time. Like, I look back at those videos, and it's like Minecraft. 'Cause I was thinking about this a while ago. It's like the days of Minecraft servers were so much simpler than things are now.
Yeah.
It's buck wild. Hi, Kit. What do you think about Minecraft servers? You've drugged me to every one you've ever been on.
Yeah.
Minecraft servers, I think, now have less drama in it than they used to,
Yeah, that was.
which is
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
I think because everybody that was like super cared about it has quit playing the game at this point. Like,
They've just given up. They left it to us, the people who don't care, and are like,
Did you just go
It's
away
really easy to make
specifically
Minecraft
to get
videos.
glasses?
Oh, and these. So I look like everybody else.
You're part of the club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
welcome. This
I
is-
actually, just before we started, I switched glasses. So.
Weird thing is I
got-
can't
I got
see,
this.
so I kind of have to look down like an old man to see the screen.
Looks like you're
What's going on over there, huh?
looks like you're reading a newspaper instead of doing a podcast.
Today I realized exactly how blind I am because I didn't wear glasses for a very long time, and I never realized how bad it got. But it's been pouring down rain. I didn't feel like wiping water off my glasses while I was running through a parking lot. So I just kind of tucked them under my coat, and as I was going in, I saw something, and I bumped into it, and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I put my glasses on and realized it was one of those
It was a
standing up
ball.
ashtrays.
Oh my God, Chris.
Without my glasses
Oh,
on, I
no.
legitimately thought it was a person.
It was a weird cylinder dog.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I'm pretty blind without my glasses too. So I completely agree. Like the movie Bird Box. I don't know if anybody else other than me have seen it.
Everybody's talking
But
about
if I take out my contacts, I would be fine.
I saw you eating an onion, so
Yeah, that's the movie. That's
Just as
That's
good.
it.
That is
GoBicker's
Bird Box.
going to a really weird place.
Yeah.
Weird Man White Van is back, and it's
something.
weirder than ever.
Terry's editing on that last episode, by the way, was perfect.
Yeah,
Because I think I sent that to him at like 8 o'clock at night, and I was like,
And
"Hey,
you're like,
bud,
put
can,
it out now.
can you do this by tomorrow? Because I kind of plug the thing we're doing Monday a lot." And he was like,
yeah.
"I can do it." About 2 hours later, he sent that to me. Well, he didn't even send it to me. I saw it pop up in a tweet, and it was just like .exe or whatever. So I was like, "Okay, maybe this is a promotional thing." And I started watching it,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, "Oh boy."
Well, it's like that onion thing. I did that, and I was like, "Here you go, edit this." And like an hour
did
later,
that?
he had it done.
Yeah.
Jesus,
I was like, "What?"
that's quick turnover.
Terry's very
He's a beast.
Just
crazy good
start
at editing.
sending him like your Minecraft videos. And
That dude's crazy good at editing though, which is why I edit this show. So it's objectively horrible. So we've got a low bar to pass.
right.
That's why it took me 2 months to
how I-
put out the last episode.
That's how I know my editing's good. Is I'm above this bar.
I managed to make it through. I mean, I'm just very slow. I forget to edit a lot. So this is being put out. We're doing this on the
God,
4th
yeah.
of January. So we'll see how long it takes to come out.
Yeah, I wanted to mention on an episode that I'm gonna be on an episode of this podcast, but I was like, it might not be out for 8 months.
Well, I'm gonna try. I don't remember what day we upload this on, whether it's Friday or Saturday. So it's either gonna be out the 11th or the 12th. This is probably only gonna be an hour. I can probably knock this out tonight.
Well,
We'll see.
will you though?
I don't know. We'll find out. What do you have there in that glass with the giant ice cube in it? By the way, I've been curious.
It's just like appletini basically.
Oh, I can respect that.
Vodka and sour apple pucker.
It's just straight vodka.
It just was the easiest thing. I didn't have tonic water for like gin and tonic, and
Yeah.
anything else would have taken too much effort because I
True.
hadn't made a drink yet when we started.
Yeah.
So, are you 21?
Yeah, definitely.
There's gonna be just a hard cut right there.
Yeah, yep. Mhm.
I am for the purposes of the next 48 minutes.
Yeah. No, yeah, I turned 21 this year. Yeah, back in October.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I thought you were. I wanted to.
Yeah,
we don't,
no,
we
it's
don't talk about that here.
it's legal.
I have been 21 for 9 years now.
I mean, I had my first sip of alcohol when I was like 8, so.
Started you
But it
young.
was like, you know, my mom was like, "You want to try a sip of this wine?" And I'm like, "Sure." And
Yes,
it
I
was
do.
Awful, and now I still hate wine, and who knows if they're related? But
It's about finding the right
so-
wine, though.
Yeah, I think it was either my wife or my ex. Sometimes I get those stories mixed up. So it's,
Don't tell you.
if I ever have a question, I just kind of usually never say those stories to them. To my wife. That is, not my ex. I don't
We're just gonna hope your wife doesn't
But,
see this then.
So, oh man, one of them said that I was a huge redneck. I think this is my ex. Yep, this is definitely my ex. Okay, so she called me a huge redneck and an alcoholic because my mom would give me alcohol as a baby to help me sleep.
what? I have never heard of that.
That explains some
Yeah,
things,
it's
though.
actually what it is she would drink beer so that whenever breast milk came out, it actually had a little bit of the beer still in it, and that would cause the baby to calm down a little bit more and be more restful.
I kind of wonder if that's
So-
why you are like
How I am, probably.
like well how you are
Different.
and like the fact that you can down an entire fifth of Jack and be fine until it hits you 30 minutes later.
Yeah.
Because even in the last episode, you still managed to hold your own for a decent while longer than everyone else. I mean, you
I
got
think
there.
I drank way more than everybody else. I
Yeah,
think you were close, though.
Yeah, that's why I almost puked, though. Last episode was a wild time. That was
Yeah.
probably the second
Hopefully
worst
I never
I've
do
ever
that
been.
again.
No, God.
Until I don't have to work, and then my wife will just come home and be like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm back.
I still...
I was doing this show. I think it's still on. Tell them hi."
I've still got the audio from the end of that somewhere that I cut off of your wife just going, Michael, we're going to bed.
Yeah, I haven't seen that episode.
Oh, neither have I.
Oh, it's something.
Oh, no.
It's by far.
I've
something.
tried watching it 20 times now, and
I
couldn't do it.
I listened to it at work a few weeks ago, just all the way through, and it's a ride. It is. It's definitely probably one of the. It's worthy of an Emmy.
There's like one part I want to know if you left in or took out, which I told you that you could leave in or take out. Then I don't know that if you left it in or took it out.
I remember what it was.
So-
Do you remember like the exact context? Because I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the exact part. I'm trying to remember if I kept it or not. What were we talking about?
Did you leave it in? Or it was about
I don't
you,
remember.
so-
I just remember. I remember there being a point where you said you can leave that in or take it out. I don't care. I don't remember what the part was, though.
It was about you, and if you took it out, then why would I say it now? So,
Oh, I don't remember. I really don't. Guess we'll just have to watch it over again
oh, good.
next week on Kids Movies and such.
No.
Yeah. I haven't seen episode 3, but I've seen like pretty much everything else you guys have made, aside from Krusty Pickled Grandmas, just because it's such a weird name. I was never interested in watching that.
It's not
And
our
it's
best
like-
production.
It's like actually good. I actually enjoy listening to your podcasts.
I'm glad somebody does. I'm glad out of,
Yeah.
out of all the hard work we put into this, somebody enjoys it. Before Terry finally
It's
burns it
it
all
is
down.
amazing how much work we actually put into all this stuff.
Oh yeah, like just I know just my editing project. I know Terry goes way above and beyond what I do. Like mine, this episode, if it's an hour long, is probably gonna take about 4 or 5 hours to edit. Just
Oh my God.
end to end. Like I know Terry takes an entire day to do an episode, and not really, but kind of. I don't know how.
Right.
I've never had the motivational drive to do anything that frequent.
Yeah, me neither. Cut to me not posting for 2 years on YouTube.
Going from 400 episodes in a year and a half to nothing. You just gotta follow that Rivet methodology that he did that one year where he just posted like 30 videos on one day and they were all 15 seconds long.
His Thanksgiving
The Thanksgiving
videos.
special, trying to catch up.
Yeah.
God, that's still...
It's got him to lose like a lot of subs.
Yeah, he lost like a lot of subs on that.
Which is stupid. I don't understand why anybody was like, "Oh no, you ruined my Thanksgiving." I'm like, well, one, why do you have your notifications just buzzing you?
Yeah, YouTube. I think honestly, the only thing I get notified that goes up to YouTube is when GoBicker videos go up. I think it's the only...
Who actually smashes that bell?
you gotta hit that bell. You gotta ring it up so you get dinged when it's like, no, I don't want to know when people upload things. That's too much work.
Yeah.
Except for this channel.
Yeah.
Totally.
Right.
Hit that bell
Smash
right now.
that bell.
Smash it. Yeet.
Yeet that like button.
Oh God! Don't say that. Oh,
you know, if you told me before we started before you dragged me into GoBicker that yeet was gonna end up being in my vocabulary, I would have said, hell no, I'm not doing it.
Yeet.
Yeah, no, I don't think you guys are using it correctly either.
No, God, no.
Which makes it better. You know?
I blame Maya
There's
for
a
it.
way to use it correctly?
Yeah, how do you yeet properly?
Oh, wow, that was echoey.
I feel like explaining it to you would
Please do. Go for it.
destroy the purpose.
Go for it.
It's like in an intense moment of exclamation, you know, you might throw something at someone and then you yeeted it at them, you know. If it's really emotional, you know. If you it's hard to describe. It's very incorporeal. It's like translating it. It's like translating a word to another language when there's no equivalent word. You're like, how do I describe this exactly? You know,
how do I yeet this word?
How do I yeet
how do I yeet this word across language?
Exactly.
Oh God. Yeah,
you just have to hear people using it enough, and then you're like, oh, I'm using it wrong.
I blame Maya for all of this. First of all, I still deeply hate that word, and I hate dabbing. Like I saw a thing, I think like 2 or 3 days ago, whatever, was like the swearing in for all the new government people, and I saw so many pictures on Reddit of kids in these big government ceremonies dabbing, and it bothered me.
Yeah, it's an old meme. It's definitely like 2016, 2017.
That's
and it's just sort of rolled into it. Yeah. I keep up with the meme culture. I may not post on YouTube, but
I'm glad somebody does, because I don't. That's why we need Maya's memes and such.
Yeah. Do you guys
memes and such.
have you ever looked at TikTok?
I've seen.
Yeah, I have it on my phone.
It's like the lowest form of meme.
Kit said that so defeated. I have it on my phone.
Yeah,
I can't defend it. I just have it because
I've never
trying to stay young in my old age.
Yeah, it's both. Like from a meme level, it's amazing to see, but from like a humanity level,
I'm like, have to censor that?
I don't think so, because I don't think TikTok can put anything that's not.
Yeah, I think it's all safe for work.
I hope
the
so.
fact that it's all girls though dancing makes me look creepy. Oh, good, there's a guy. Maybe.
Not really, but kinda.
Well, if you're on the For You page, then.
Yeah, it's the For Me, so that shows what I watched, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, good, there's a box, so that's good.
That's definitely
right?
For You.
Mine are like really low tier memes that are just slowly.
I feel like,
you know, if like Galileo saw this, he'd be like, "What is the world coming to?"
I think it was supposed to end a long time ago. What happened?
I feel like I'm out of the cool kids club. I don't know why there's such a negative stigma around TikTok. I've never used it. I've seen it, but I see it on Reddit a lot. And every time I see it on Reddit, there's someone just trashing it, and nobody ever says like objectively why it's why it's a bad site. Everyone's just like, fucking sucks. Like, why? What's so bad
it's
about it?
just
Is it just stupid memes? I mean,
part of it is it's like a young audience, so it's like these kids who don't know that what they're doing is kind of cringy.
I mean, that was YouTube for us though.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't.
But there was no like pre-generation to YouTube to be like, going on these forums and being like, oh my god, what are they posting?
I mean, I'm sure someone somewhere was, but yeah, I mean, this is just us being the grouchy old men of the future.
Right. No, I'm embracing it. Slightly disappointed for the future, but
yeah,
generally like, oh yeah, hit or miss. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'm
fellow kids.
Yeah. I'm yeeting with you, fellow kids.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only 21 and I feel old already.
Yeah,
like,
these
definitely. 14-year-olds are fucking.
I don't understand it. It's like
memes.
I give Maya a lot of crap because she understands meme culture, like modern meme culture, and it's really weird. I've got a good friend of mine whose sister's the same age as Maya, and she's the exact same way Maya is with the memes. And I swear to God, it's like talking to both of them, they scare me because I don't understand what any of the things they're saying are. I've never seen someone unironically dab until I went to a high school thing. Okay, let's see, TikTok. How do I already have something that's for me? I don't like that. The box is for me, apparently. I too have the box.
Now I gotta check if I have the box.
I've never signed into this application.
I do. I also have the box.
Oh my god!
Oh, I wonder what it's about.
I don't
must
know.
be
It was like a lot of
What is
balls on the
this?
ground or something.
This looks like
Must
a
be
Kitt
new
video.
It seems like something I would do. It's probably why it's for me.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't checked TikTok in like a week, which means I'm behind like years in the meme culture.
I really wish I knew what was going on right now. Oh boy, what's about to happen? Oh, that boy just got chunked in the face with some cheese. Yeah.
Okay, so
That's what I'm.
the
What I'm
Tonight
seeing.
Show with Jimmy Fallon apparently has a TikTok.
What I'm taking away from this
so,
is Fish Sticks needs to come back on TikTok. On the official GoBicker TikTok.
are they long enough?
I don't know. You can make some short. You can make
shorter
fish sticks. Yeah, just make smaller fish sticks.
Yeah, cut them in half.
Fish talk.
I think they would do really well on the platform, actually. One thing I actually like about TikTok is that, like, in your For You page, you'll get some, like, trending ones, but then you'll also just randomly get one that has, like, 3 views, and you're like, oh, it's actually featuring new people.
Yeah.
And giving them a chance to come up.
This whole thing, like, looking at TikTok, and this is something I've kind of wondered, and I don't know if y'all have the answer to this, but, like TikTok, a lot of people have been saying TikTok is the replacement to Vine. Why did Vine die? Like, I never understood that because Vine went away. Vine still seemed fairly popular when it went away. And
I actually don't know.
Yeah, because I always
it has a lot to do with money. What they weren't able to get everything signed correctly how they needed to, and so a lot of the big stars of it weren't getting the money that they were supposed to be getting, and so they threatened to leave, and then Vine was just like,
yeah, I never knew that.
Well, I guess I'm going to go somewhere else now.
That happened right after.
So good.
Because that happened right after, like, Twitter or something bought them.
Well, Twitter had owned them for a while,
haven't
hadn't they?
That.
I thought.
I don't think it was that long.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel it might have been you might have been able to connect it to Twitter for a while. That may be what I'm confusing. But yeah, because I remember that's something I always wondered about because I never really followed it super closely. But like Vine compilations are still huge, and like YouTube Haiku, the subreddit. I don't know if y'all know what that is. It's like just like dumb 30-second videos. It's all kind of in the same vein, like TikTok with the short videos. I never really understood why that died out because people enjoy that. So I guess that makes sense. It's always leads somewhere back to money. Which is a wonder YouTube hasn't been destroyed yet by their terrible business practices, but
God, yeah, it's so weird because Windows,
Windows,
Windows, the people who own YouTube, secretly though, this is the insider information that they don't want you to hear. No,
coming to you live.
It's so weird because YouTube
That's funny
is
because we have Windows behind us in all of our screens.
Oh my God, I didn't even.
They're watching.
Yeah, it's because YouTube is like the platform, so you'd think the advertising companies would be catering to them. Because everyone's online now, but instead YouTube's like, oh, you didn't like that one random person posted a racist thing? I guess we'll delete everything that says any bad word ever
So that's a lot of it. I think it's got to do with the fact that there's a lot of people that are kind of out of touch with how their platform and online media in general works. Because that's one of the things I think I talked about it on Not Really But Kinda, where there's something going through. I guess it's kind of in a similar vein. It's not the exact same thing, but like the thing that's going through European Parliament right now, where they're talking about like pretty much locking down Article 13, where they're going to lock down the internet because the big people like Sony and Pixar and all them are tired of their stuff being posted online. But it's like the people doing the signing of these contracts don't understand that that'll pretty much shut the internet down. Something like that, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
like the average age of, I don't know about European politicians, but U.S. politicians is like 60 or something. And it's like they don't know anything about the internet. How can they make legislation on this?
These are the people,
and
that
I assume it's similar in Europe.
From what the videos I've seen and the research I've done, it's pretty much the same situation in Europe. And it's like I don't really understand what's going on with all that. You know, I don't know why I don't know. I think a lot of it's got to do with just like money and politics and stuff like that, which is, you know, stupid. And that's a whole other rant.
Lobbying.
Yeah, and but it's really, these people don't understand. It's really going to end up screwing over everybody in the long run. This kind of thing, like,
and all that is strangely the reason why I am excited that Trump is our president.
Yeah.
Go on.
Now hear me out.
You've only had one. How are you?
Because that means I can run for president. And if anybody's seen any of the GoBicker stuff and brings it up, I'll be fine.
You can just deny it.
Bicker.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Fake news.
Didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Or what would be the new thing to say? Fake, not realism. That's not realism.
I saw there was a study.
Facts.
This was off of Reddit, of course. That was like Americans are likely to, even if they know that like it was fact checked, they're still gonna believe it. And
I was
like,
just reading that. I was just reading that article at work today.
You can just say anything then.
Yeah, where it's like, I think it was like it compared America and Australia, and it's like Americans, you know, you can present you're gonna present somebody in American politics with facts, and they'll still be like, "That's cool, I don't care."
Facts don't mean anything.
That fundamentally is a problem I have with politics today, which can spark.
Yeah, but those facts don't go with my beliefs.
Yeah,
and so that means that it's not real.
Yeah, that's not how I feel.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not about feelings. It's about people around the country.
Yeah.
Realize.
I feel like the vaccinations are killing us.
Oh my god! Don't.
Anti-vax people are. Oof.
I hate that one the most.
That one bothers me. There's a lot of dumb stuff going around the world now. Right now, anti-vax is one of them that I completely despise.
We actually almost got kicked out of Christmas because of anti-vaxxers. So my wife's aunt is an anti-vaxxer.
Oh god.
Oh no.
And so she sent a video saying, "Hey, you need to go watch this movie," which is an anti-vax movie. And my wife, who went to college for research, was like,
went to college for research.
Was like,
she got a
well, none
degree
of these things are psychology and research.
Right.
Yeah, and she was like, none of this is backed up by any other study other than this one, so therefore it's invalid and cannot be worked. In fact, you have more studies showing that this is not true than is true. And her aunt was just livid at her for not just falling in line and believing her.
That's something I don't
so
understand that people can read one article on the internet and be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think the worst part about it, which I'm sorry that I'm keep on cutting you off by, but the worst part about it,
I'm used to it.
There are no rules on this show.
The worst part about it is the fact that they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you believe everything you read about vaccinations." And I'm like, why do you believe everything you read about vaccinations?
I've got this thing right here. It's by a doctor that went to college for a very long time, and he says vaccination's good. You don't want to die of polio. Polio's bad. And you've got this hairless guy on YouTube. I've got writing all over my hand. I look like one of the hairless guys on YouTube.
I used to have writing on my hand. So.
What is written on my? Oh, it's my punch card.
It's my social security number.
It's my social security number. No, it's my.
I was supposed to pick up Grandma.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Let's go. No, but I mean, it's like, I don't understand people and their thought process behind this stuff. It blows my mind.
Yeah, it's like, if you want to believe the Earth is flat, sure. If you want to believe Monsanto is having chemtrails and, you know, making the frogs gay, whatever. But this is, if you do not vaccinate your kids, they become a jumping off point for diseases to mutate and get people who do have vaccinations, because the disease will evolve enough that it can bypass
I hate that. I hate that argument that the people are like, well, if your vaccinations work so well, why are you so worried about your vaccinated kid being around my unvaccinated kid? And it's like, because disease evolves. It's part of evolution. Which, I mean, granted, these people probably don't believe in evolution either. So what does it matter? You know,
and also, not every kid's able to be vaccinated. Yeah. That's the problem. Yeah. So you're basically risking all the kids that are not able to be vaccinated by your belief that maybe vaccines might cause something bad, instead of knowing that it prevents something bad.
Yeah. And another, like, the thing is, too, it's like, the biggest argument is like, well, vaccines cause autism. And it's like, okay, would you rather have polio or autism? I'd rather have autism than polio.
I did research at one point for it, just for fun.
Yeah.
Where I calculated all the numbers, and they were like, one in every, like, 30 kids were dying from, or are getting autism because of vaccinations. And so I did the math on it, and like, before, it was like 1 in every 15 kids were dying from polio. I did the math. I was like, "This is way better."
Yeah, I mean, even if that's true, I'm gonna take autism over polio any day. And polio is a horrible disease. You will not die with no legs because of autism. You will because of polio.
I want my kid. I'd rather have my kid in an iron lung and he's sociable than have a kid who's
FDR had polio and he was fine.
Unprovenly autistic.
Yeah.
Because of vaccines, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. People
I gave him a vaccine, he instantly turned to a tard.
Oh, no.
I can't have no tards in my family. Kill the vaccines!
Exactly.
Oh, God. Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
I love conspiracy theories.
Do we want to delve into that?
Let's delve into conspiracy theories. I feel like that could be fun. That could be a fun topic.
I'm not actually that familiar with conspiracy theories, so enlighten me.
Listen to a lot of podcasts about conspiracy theories. There's a really good podcast. It's not just it's like conspiracy theories, murders, like serial killers, all kind of stuff. Alien abductions. I love it. I actually wanted to do a GoBicker show about
everything that's
theories
fake.
at one point.
Nobody dies.
I still
There's
might.
No murders.
But there's a lot of buckwild stuff out there. Just like crazy stuff people do. There's one, I want to say it's the Denver airport, I think, is like there's a conspiracy theory that, like I said, I want to say the Denver airport is either like a Satanist hosting ground or like some kind of alien communication device. I can't remember which. It's been a while since I've delved into conspiracy theories.
Or a secret restaurant.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like there's stuff like that. I forgot to mention the last podcast on the left is the name of the podcast, by the way. I know I kind of rambled off on that. Very good podcast. Definitely worth a listen. Kit's just lost us now. Oh, he's got an earbud in. He had fake headphones.
Yeah.
Needs more drink.
Yeah, I need more drink.
I ran out too, but
if y'all want to I'm about out of this one. We can take a break to refill.
All right,
I gotta
chug
pee.
it. Chug.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll talk about conspiracy theories after 5 seconds of getting more drink.
Bonk. So, conspiracy theories.
Right.
Talk about turning the frogs gay.
Do we need to clap singing in? Is that what that was?
No, I just went like this in general.
Oh, okay.
Gay frogs.
Gay
frogs.
Gay frogs.
That's our new clap sing. It's gay frogs.
We do that on the next thing with Terry, just so he has no idea what's going on.
What the hell? That's what Terry sounds like, an old man.
Grease.
Oh, yeah,
I can't believe that you type on things while you look up stuff.
You do type a lot. You just zone out, and all of a sudden you hear.
I hope it's at least like a visual thing too, where you see me engage, and then
because you'll just go. I don't know what you're looking at. I don't know what you're doing. You're just typing.
I think this is a conspiracy theory. I don't do that.
Sure.
Yeah, he doctors the footage. It's
Yeah.
clearly-
It's like
Yeah.
every now,
Well, I never see the footage, so
exactly. Yeah,
every now and again, we'll just see you go.
he doesn't double check it with you before posting.
I don't know where he goes. He just
so
looks off.
I don't think I have ADD or ADHD or anything like that.
Right.
But
Or
I'm like
HGTV.
close. I do have HGTV, so that's like I think one of the first
yeah.
podcasts that I was on, I was trying to watch football.
I remember that.
thought
I
about
remember
trying
that.
to do something.
I remember
And
that.
so I kept on looking over here, and they're like, "Is somebody walking in? What's going on?" I was like, "No, I'm trying to make sure I have football on."
I'm watching the game.
Oh, Kitt.
So and then I don't know. Terry didn't complain about it, but yesterday was it yesterday that we filmed? I don't
think it
remember,
was
but
Wednesday.
I saw this movie on my shelf of movies, and I was
Right.
like, "What the hell?
What are you?
That's not a movie that I own." Apparently, I do. So I now have Tuck Everlasting by
What is that movie?
People.
I don't know anything about Tuck Everlasting.
I don't either.
I've heard of it. I assume it's about an immortal who like sacrifices sheeps to a pagan god while going on a murder spree, kind of a la Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Am I close?
Is it? Is that what
Yeah,
it is?
same thing.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it has this one lady from that one show about her sister mom or something like that.
About her sister mom.
Yeah.
Alabama.
What was the-
So anywhere in the South.
Not anywhere.
We got a bunch of sister moms and brother uncles.
Oh my God, what was that? Gilmore Girls. That's the girl from Gilmore Girls.
Oh, okay. That's a girl from Gilmore Girls?
Sure.
Yeah, isn't it?
I think. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen
Okay.
Gilmore Girls.
That looks like her.
I mean,
I
probably.
know it's kind of glary, but that's because I have a light on. But
Huh. I don't
It
know.
looks like she's wearing a wig.
It does. It looks like they're the same
eyes are
person, just
fake.
wearing a wig.
The man plays everything.
Yeah.
There's
What?
only one actor.
Yeah. It's the perfect film.
so, speaking of wigs, did we ever talk about wigs last time that we were
On this
Doing this?
show or another show?
this show?
I don't remember, Kit.
Okay, cool.
What about wigs?
It's been
Okay.
3 months. B, I don't remember that anyway.
So, I hate hair.
Right.
Like, I absolutely hate hair. Like, anywhere. I grew up with a brother who had really long hair.
Right.
And it would get, like, all over the showers and everything like that. And I would have to, like, clean it off, and it'd just be gross. And,
I had a roommate like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's the grossest thing in the world. And one of my. I mentioned that to somebody. I was like, I absolutely hate hair. I think it's disgusting.
Right.
Anytime I feel hair, I'd feel like I'm going to throw up. And he was like, "What? You hate hair?" This is my coworker. "What? You hate hair? I bet you love your wife with hair."
Oh no.
So my wife is actually bald, and she wears a wig.
His hot wife with her hot
Oh.
wig.
So I don't know if this came up before that she wears a wig.
You
but-
mentioned
you-
that on the last
Okay, cool.
episode.
If you put a thermometer in her wig, it is 150 degrees. It is a hot
It
wig.
is a hot wig for his hot wife.
It's hot wig. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I didn't know that.
Oh.
I don't know much about you, Kit. If I'm being honest. I don't know. You live in Texas? I don't know where.
Yeah.
Dallas. I
Okay.
also have like a really bad haircut right now, apparently.
I've been to San Antonio. That's in Texas, I think.
Yes, it is.
Well, I basically visited you.
It's an acceptable part. Not really, because San Antonio's like 3 states away.
Yeah,
from
Texas
the
is,
other.
Texas is surprisingly huge. I've seen it overlaid on like the UK, and it just
Oh yeah. Texas is a big
eats
place.
it. Yeah.
There's a reason Texas keeps fighting for its own independence. It's a huge fucking
It
state.
could. It could do
Yeah,
that.
I know it could. It's a
Bigger
huge
than
state.
countries. We have a. I mentioned this multiple times because this is one of my favorite facts that I know. Is that we have a farm that is bigger
Yeah.
than states.
Yeah. The King Ranch.
my
I think we actually talked about that on the last episode. Yeah, King Ranch is. I think we looked it up. It was
King
like
Ranch is
it's something like
huge.
300 million acres or something like that. It's huge.
I heard there's 3 guns per person in Texas, and I just made that up, so you know it's true.
Got these 2 guns right here.
There's one, two, and then I get one in the bedroom.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's too soon for the kink episode, kid.
Oh, my bad.
Is it too soon?
Oh, God.
How far in are we? If we bury it in the end of an episode, YouTube's algorithm might not notice.
You're not wrong. Do-do-do-do.
Did you want to talk about your kinks?
No.
Then let's go talk about conspiracy theories.
Right. The thing we were going to talk about. Chris, our resident expert on conspiracy
I don't know
theories
how I
and kinks.
became our resident expert on conspiracy theories because as soon as
you're
we
the only
started
one that knows
talking
anything
about
about it.
conspiracy theories, I completely blanked on conspiracy theory. I just spent a lot of late nights reading
Just like two truths and a lie, tell us two kinks and a conspiracy theory.
two kinks and a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta
It's a
write
new
that
part of
down.
me.
That's the episode title.
But this is not the kink
Save.
or the fetish episode.
Right.
That's two kinks and a
We need
fetish.
an episode dedicated to it.
That's what
gotta
we're.
go in
That's what we're
depth.
gonna do. That's me. We've already.
Right.
Wait.
Planned.
You said we. Does that mean you're joining us for that?
Oh.
Sure.
Oh no.
I'll have to mentally prepare myself. With,
That's
with,
the episode we bring liquor back for.
sharing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's a liquor
There's
episode.
gonna be some pre-gaming for that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the end of episode 3 at the beginning of
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
whichever one that one is.
Yeah.
69.
69.
We're never gonna get that far. It's taken us
No,
2 years to get. We haven't even got.
I think one of us will die before then.
Episode 69. What happened to episode 5 through
1, 2, skip a few.
68.
69.
Exactly.
We've done worse as far as episode planning. Yeah. I'm not a super huge conspiracy. I started talking about conspiracy theories, really hoping that y'all had more to add to that topic because
No.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know
that
much.
like I just like
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to buff up for conspiracy 2, Electric Boogaloo. When
I've heard
inevitably
something
why
about
do
like the aliens building the pyramids, but I don't know enough that I can elaborate on it.
Is that a conspiracy
Just put
theory?
it out
though?
there.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it's like
actually a
built
conspiracy
on like
theory.
a special geographical location or something. I
Yeah,
don't
people
know.
believe that it wasn't possible for humans of that age. I literally just said I don't know anything about conspiracy
to
theories.
build
so I'm going into
a
depth.
triangle.
Yeah, they didn't think it was possible for humans of that age to be able to build something that big because the pyramids aren't just built like it's just not just like little big stones. These are huge, like thousands of pound stones that go into
Yeah,
these.
you just take giant
conspiracy
sticks and put them underneath the stones, and then you push them on top of the sticks.
Yeah, but the people don't understand that.
That's exactly
So
what it is.
they were
called
they were
physics.
built by aliens to create power beams that go into space to power the secret alien ship that's watching us all.
That makes so much
that's
sense.
why they're full of dead bodies. That makes sense.
Exactly.
I've never heard it described like that before,
Yeah.
but now that you say that,
That's
I'm
that's
certain
a
that's
a
true.
conspiracy theory I've heard. Is they're used? It's some kind of like energy field.
But again, is that a conspiracy theory? Because isn't a conspiracy theory somebody hiding something from somebody?
I think it could be either or.
yeah, the aliens are hiding it.
Yeah, the aliens are
Oh.
hiding that they created it. It doesn't have to necessarily be a
Okay.
person. You racist.
Exactly. Like the hollow Earth, hollow Moon
Mhm.
theory with the lizard people.
Lizard People's a good one. I gotta go back and listen to some. If I'd known we were talking about conspiracy theories today, I would have listened to
Right.
some conspiracy theory episodes so I can get my knowledge down before we get started.
You gotta research the conspiracy theories.
I think the biggest ones that bug me are people that say that we didn't land on the moon.
That one's a good one. That one's a good one.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, what do you think happened? Well, we did all this. It's like, well, that seems like it would be a lot harder than just going.
I like
Yeah.
I like how like the biggest thing that detracts from that is everyone's always like, well, it would have literally in that day and age it would have been harder to fake the moon landing to the level that people are saying they did than to actually land on the moon.
And
Yeah.
like all the things that they show on it, I'm just like, I don't don't understand. Like, one of the things is they were like, oh, well, whenever they lift off or something, the sand on the moon goes in a different direction. If it was real, it would like do something different. And it would like,
Yeah.
it's the moon.
It's a little bit different than what we have here.
Exactly.
I don't think the gravity's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you can predict what's gonna happen if you've
When they
never
landed
been there.
on the moon, there was no grass. That's how you know it's fake.
There's no cheese up there. I mean,
Yeah.
people just think up some buck wild stuff, and that just it's interesting to
get
watch.
it.
Unless, I don't either. Don't get me wrong. There's some buck wild stuff that happens out there, like all the stuff behind JFK, where it's like 7 levels of
Yeah.
4D chess,
Oh yeah.
and people.
Have you? Okay, I actually do kind of know one about that. There's like a guy in the photos who has an umbrella, and he like lifts the umbrella right as the motorcade passes, and right as he gets shot, and like the bullet wound doesn't actually line up with, so that it could have gone through both his neck or head, and I don't know where it went through, and his like arm, like the angle is impossible, so people are like,
What is that?
there's got to be something here.
What is
I don't know.
umbrella? It's like-
They're thinking the man with the umbrella signaled to some
okay.
2 shooters who
Well, like
separately
that's,
shot him.
Yeah, that's the big conspiracy behind JFK is there was another shooter and nobody knows who it was.
Right.
Like, and that's
I
why
think
they
it
killed
was-
Lee Harvey Oswald.
I think it was Trump, and he was trying to
No, it's Ted Cruz.
get
No,
an
Ted
early.
Cruz's dad.
Oh, it
That was the
the
one.
Zodiac killer.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The Zodiac killer, Ted Cruz. Yep, that was it.
He's just a buck wild boy. He grew a beard for a while there. Don't know if he still has it. I hope not. He scares me.
See, I've never seen
Ted
his
Cruz
beard.
with a beard
Yeah.
looks like a normal person.
Yeah, he
It's
does
weird.
actually. He grew a beard for a while a couple months ago. I saw it on Reddit. He actually does look like a fairly normal boy with a beard. I mean, he still looks like
It's
like a blob monster, but he looks like a blob monster that's slightly more human.
he's a human blob monster.
I give him credit. He's trying.
Hey, that's the president of Texas. You leave him alone.
Yeah.
His beard does not. It looks weird.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It looks like it was taken from very many other faces.
Yeah.
It looks like
he just kind of has
messed
like a
up.
baby face.
So I like how if you type in Ted
Which is a
Cruz,
little unsettling.
literally the first thing that pops up on Google is Ted Cruz beard. Oh, he's been growing it out more. He's a very interesting looking. I like there's a lot of photoshops of Ted Cruz with the beard. His
Let's just. This is the Ted Cruz podcast.
yeah, well, Ted Cruz.
Today we'll be
I gotta
talking
say,
Ted
like,
Cruz.
his
We talk
beard.
about Ted Cruz here. That's the actual picture of Ted Cruz and his beard.
he looks like
That
It's
one's the
so
real
weird.
one.
he
He
still
looks almost like a normal
he
person.
still looks weird and dead inside, but he looks more like a normal human being now. I
It's
mean,
his
yeah.
eyes,
yeah, he's just got weird eyes.
Him starting to grow the beard made him look worse.
Oh yeah, definitely. Some of these earlier
Because-
pictures. Oof.
Ooh.
If you cover his eyes, he looks like a normal human being, and then you lift it, and you're like, aliens! They exist. They're in our government. It's Ted Cruz.
I mean,
I knew
you
it.
cover his eyes, you think, I could be Jimmy Fallon. You uncover his eyes, and it's like, oof. That's a buck wild boy. Yeah, he's, I don't know. Ted Cruz is a very interesting.
Wow, if you cover his mouth, he looks extremely sad.
He does.
It's like I'm dead inside. Everybody hates me, and I know this. There's 3 boys talking about me on the internet right
Hi,
now.
Ted. I'm gonna tweet this episode.
I
at
think
him.
it's just his combination of things. Like if you cover up one aspect of his body, he looks normal.
he's like,
but, like-
he's like someone that
like,
mashed.
It's a combination of
like
He's like
just
someone
his
that mashed
ears or
random
just his mouth,
in a character
he looks
creator,
normal. But
and that
his left side looks normal.
his right
you
side.
cover up one half of his face.
Right side is the weird side.
Yeah,
He does kind
actually,
of sag on
that's
one
so
side.
weird.
He does kind of sag on one side.
This is a new conspiracy theory.
Ted Cruz is only half human. It's the left side.
It's a
You're
lot.
right. He does look like a normal boy if you cover the left side.
Right? It's weird. I don't know why, because I
Well,
was
he's got
covering,
he's
like,
got
the
that one
top
weird
of-
eye that's like.
Actually, if you cover his left side, he looks like a nice person.
Yeah, he looks like
Right?
that looks like kind of man I'd like to spend some time with. The other side, it's like that man's
Oh,
gonna
hey,
put
it's
me
my
in his-
uncle. Oh, dear
The other
God.
side's like that man's
That's
gonna
so weird.
that man's gonna put me
His-
in a van and haul me away, and I'm never gonna.
His
see my
right
family
side is
again.
like.
He's going to leatherface me.
His right side is like slightly smiling, and his left side is more serious. How is that?
He's like
How can you have
Two-Face,
both?
but political.
Ted
Yeah.
Cruz, I promise I'll put the lotion in the basket. Please don't give me the hose.
Yeah, Ted Cruz is just oof. He's a buckwild looking
my
boy.
God. Whew.
Yeah, he's. I don't know. Paul.
I think we discovered why he's a buckwild.
Yeah, that doesn't.
looking
Yeah,
boy. It's because literally half of him, like this half, is fine.
yeah. The right half of his
Exactly.
face, fine. The left half, oof.
And as soon as it's a combination together, you're just like, brain does not compute. It
Yeah,
looks
separate.
wrong.
He's like two people mashed together and right down the middle.
You're not wrong. I wonder if the same applies. I was only looking at that picture of him with the beard. I wonder if it's the same without the beard.
Oh.
Pull up more Ted Cruz pictures.
I'm gonna look up.
Let's Ted Cruz this up.
If you're listening to just the audio of this, Google it yourself.
Just skip past this part. Google it yourself. Sit there on your phone and just he looks like Kevin from The Office. I'm sorry. He's just a
He does.
He's just a weird looking boy. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. It looks better with the beard. Never thought I'd say that.
It's the same
Yeah, he
thing.
does.
It's the same thing without the beard.
He does look.
Him growing the beard, he looks like a hobgoblin or something. It's weird.
I don't know. I mean, it makes him look more like a human. I think he doesn't. He looks like he's wearing a flesh
Well, no,
mask.
with the beard, but like
Yeah.
growing it out.
Oh yeah, growing it out.
Oh.
No, God no. He was a disgusting boy.
I'm glad he stuck through that.
Yeah.
Though.
Oh yeah.
Like-
He did very good on his transformation from an ugly duckling. It would just be nice if he became a better human being and did good things for our government.
Yeah.
He does the best things. Thank you.
You're required to say that as a citizen of Texas, aren't you?
They're watching me right now.
Ted Cruz is on the other side of my blinds.
I love Ted Cruz. Guys, I think you can hear me.
I need you to blink
somehow
twice.
I
every-
feel like a laser pointer, like going over here.
I need you to blink twice if Ted's in the room with you.
He's spying on everyone in Texas at the same time.
He is everywhere and
Texas.
nowhere. Ted sees all.
You're kidding? This is a Texas webcam. It's already recording straight to his desk.
Oh yeah, Ted's sitting there watching you right now. He didn't even pay. He didn't even pay our Patreon.
yeah.
What
Hey.
a jerk.
That's not fair, Ted. Come on,
Come
buddy.
on, Ted. You could afford $2.
I think this is probably like
Yeah,
at least
Ted.
the fifth or sixth GoBicker production we've spent at least 20 minutes talking about Ted Cruz on.
It's weird because I'm like the only person that should like want to talk about Ted Cruz.
Right.
He comes up
Yeah.
with like, 'cause he's just a weird looking boy.
He looks like the Zodiac Killer.
Yeah, he's
And his left and right he looks like two people merged together.
he does. He does.
Half Zodiac Killer, half Leatherface.
Exactly.
Ooh, that boy.
Yeah.
I'll have to do a lot of.
So speaking of Leatherface,
Right.
the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based off a true story
Really,
that did not happen in Texas.
really, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
well,
know that either.
whenever it came out, because I'm this old apparently, everybody was talking about oh my god, this is based off a true story. It's the most
Didn't this movie come out in the
horrible
70s?
thing in the world. And
Yeah.
then there was like trips to go see the house that it happened in
Really?
in Texas, but
He said it.
that's where it was filmed at.
Oh, okay.
It never happened in Texas.
So where did it happen?
It's
Right.
oh
You don't know a part of your great state's not history?
Happened in Luxembourg in
I think it
Europe.
was Tennessee.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. That
think,
that makes it even more
uh,
terrifying though, because that's not a fun movie.
I can see why they changed it though, because Tennessee Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, it
isn't
doesn't.
as
It just doesn't
catchy.
roll off the
Yeah,
tongue.
Texas. It works better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Texas just seems like it would be a one-syllable word, even though it's even though it's two syllables. But Tennessee is
Tejas.
like, whoa, gotta like take a
Tennessee.
break halfway through saying Tennessee.
I feel like I need a drink.
See, exactly.
So the real person was Ed Gein.
Ed Gein.
And
Give us some details on our murder podcast.
Ed Gein was a boy. Oh, Wisconsin.
Oh. This boy was up there by Terry. Yeah, Wisconsin Chainsaw
he's-
Massacre just doesn't sound
my
as
God.
fun.
Terry's in
Better than
danger.
Tennessee, though. So the Wisconsin Chainsaw Massacre happened in Wisconsin, not Texas. That's really
That's like
far
polar
away.
opposite sides of the country.
And the worst thing he did was maybe stab 2 people. He did definitely cuff
Leatherface,
people's faces
yeah.
off and make
He
masks,
didn't- but he didn't
he
have
did
a
do.
chainsaw.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He didn't chainsaw people.
That's
He
the
didn't do that.
most important
He-
part of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's not Texas
None
might
of
have
that is a
stabbed 2
real
people.
thing, except for he put a mask on his face.
Texas
No,
Chainsaw
and-
Massacre is fake news.
It's not
Didn't
Texas
really
might have
happen.
stabbed 2 people massacre.
And the weird thing is, whenever I discovered this, I was sad. I was like, why didn't this guy just like totally murder everybody? What's wrong? And then I was like, why am I sad about that?
Yeah.
What's wrong
If
with
only
me?
this
Not a
murderer
You know,
was
I'm-
more
I'm-
interesting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had the same reaction. I was like, I felt like you would have killed more people.
I'm depressed at it. It's like, it's a depressing thing, realizing that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was not real.
He was a national treasure, and now he's just some guy from Wisconsin.
This is worse than finding out that the subway guy was diddling kids. God.
Jared,
Texas Diddle Massacre.
man. What does that even mean? Diddle Massacre? Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, I heard it was based off of Ted Cruz though.
Ted Cruz
Yeah.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Someone just saw him and was inspired. They were like, "Oh,
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a movie.
what if somebody looked like that and was a murderer?"
Oh god.
No, Ed Gein was based off of Ted Cruz. The
Boy,
movie
look
was based
for.
off.
Let me see.
He saw Ted Cruz as a baby and was like, "Wow, gonna need a cull to herd here."
Oh, he's an interesting looking boy.
Did you look him up?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
He's
butcher.
he's definitely creepy looking.
I like the part of the podcast
I
where
feel
we
like-
Google something and the viewers cannot see.
Oh, I'll put it
That's
up on
apparently-
screen.
That's apparently what I do all podcasts.
Fuck the
so-
audio listeners, but I'll put it up on screen for the video people. By the way, I love you, audio listeners.
Oh, he's kind of like a daddy
Buy our
figure.
shirts.
Yeah, he's got.
He's a
He had-
dilf.
He could be my daddy.
He had mommy issues, and he basically mostly what he did was dig up dead bodies and then use the parts from the dead bodies that he dug up.
I feel like this dude's story
then-
would be way more interesting than Texas Chainsaw Massacre, though. Because Texas Chainsaw Massacre was
well,
just a dude cutting people up with a chainsaw. This dude was like, he had thought behind this.
Yeah.
He okay, what is it? Silence of the Lambs is based off the same guy.
Really?
Yeah,
I can see that one more, though.
Psycho? Psycho is based off the same guy.
I thought Psycho was based on... I remember reading what Psycho was based on. But I've never heard this dude's name before, so I feel like that might not be true, but I don't know.
Guardians of the Galaxy was based off of him?
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember that one.
part two.
Part 2. As you can tell, I have no clue about any of this.
Oh, no, just completely random. Let me see. I feel like... I don't know.
Oh, there's a Wikipedia in popular culture. Maybe this'll...
In the Light of the Moon.
I feel like you're just making these things up at this point. But
Psycho.
I don't know.
The Devil
Was it Psycho?
Rejects.
Right? Psycho. Devil's
Yeah.
Reject.
Oh, was Psycho?
Yeah, Psycho was based
Okay.
off of him because what he had this huge mommy issue thing where he basically talked to himself.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
that's the whole movie. It's Psycho. Spoilers?
It's like a 20-year-old
Wow,
movie.
this guy was so prolific.
20-year-old
They've made
movie.
so many movies about him. Looks like I need to become a murderer, right, guys?
We'll be famous.
I'll
I'm
get so
pretty
many
sure
movies
Psycho
made
is
up.
like a 50.
Oh, like the original Psycho? Yeah, that came out in like
yeah, when
the
was
60s.
1959?
I just looked up.
It was
I just looked up
1959.
American Psycho. That was 2000.
Oh no, American Psycho was actually not based off of him.
Okay, that explains why I'm forgetting things. Yeah, Psycho came out in 1960. The first movie did. Yeah, I can see that one. Okay, sorry, I had my Psychos mixed up.
Yeah, get your Psychos correct.
I'm sorry.
American Psycho,
Is also based off of
main. The worst thing that I think I ever saw happen was I was watching, or we went to a person's or my brother-in-law's, I guess, step-brother-in-law. I don't know how that works. My brother-in-law's
Step-brother-in-law?
the person who married my wife's sister.
Right. Okay.
Looks exactly like Christian Bale from American Psycho.
Oh God, I don't know if
Like,
I'd want to.
exactly.
I don't know if I'd want
To
that.
the point. To the point that the American Psycho was playing while their like 7-year-old kid was in the room, looked at the TV and goes, "Hey, look, it's Daddy."
Oh God.
Oh no.
That movie should not have been playing.
Yeah, first of all, no,
while
that's
the kid was in
that's
there.
not super good. That's not a super good movie to show to your 7-year-old kid.
But he looks exactly like Christian Bale. It's crazy.
That's disturbing.
Wow. Yeah, that's a little weird.
Interesting.
God.
So that's a fun fact for you.
Is that fun? Is it
Fun though? It's a fact.
It's a fun fact. Fun fact: my brother-in-law
Is a serial
looks like
killer.
a murderer.
He looks like a serial.
Is that what it's called? A brother-in-law, right?
I don't know.
In-law.
Pretty sure.
Sure, it is now.
Brother-in-law squared. If you want to get
Squared.
mathematical.
Brother squared.
B
I
squared.
don't know the technical term. Brother from another mother.
There you go. That's the one.
It's all encompassing.
Yeah, just every. That's what I call everybody. It's perfect.
Right, yeah. I go to my
You've never
doctor
called
and I'm
me
like,
that.
"What's up, my brother from another mother?" And he's like, "Your test results came back positive." And I'm like, "No." But at least we're brothers, right?
Also, no.
Yeah.
You are the father.
No.
Oh god.
Oh God, bless America. Yeah, that's
So, Pi. What
Yeah.
are your favorite drinks?
God, I like Kahlua, like mudslide. I don't know if you know. It's like Kahlua and cream and
I love
rum,
mudslides.
I think.
Mudslide's
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah.
Grasshoppers. It's creme de menthe, creme de cacao, and ice cream.
I've
It
never
tastes just like.
Never had one.
I've never tried it.
Yeah, it tastes.
But it's
Sounds good.
It tastes just like a mint milkshake, but you get drunk off of it. So it's
Oh,
It's
okay. I can't have
fantastic.
it. So
it's better.
mint and chocolate makes me throw up instantly. So
Really? You can't have Girl Scout cookies?
nope.
What?
Aw, Thin Mints are so
Kit!
good. though.
Buddy!
When I was really young, I ate like a lot of those
Oh,
and threw up.
that's understandable. Yeah,
And
I
now
didn't.
every single time I'd have one, it's the worst, and I instantly, and for some
for you.
reason, my mother-in-law doesn't realize that I hate that, even though I told her multiple times, like, hey, I can't do chocolate and mint together, so we got a whole lot of chocolate mint stuff for Christmas.
Aw.
She hates me.
I'm sorry. She
It's
knows.
either she hates me or forgot.
She's trying to send you signals, but you're not getting it. Yeah,
I want you to be married to my daughter.
Girl Scout cookies are just like magical. Like I don't really like coconut, but Samoas are so good, and they have they're
Samoas
like
are
coconut
good.
flavored. I don't. Anyway, yeah. So mudslide. I like appletini, which is what I'm drinking now, which is just like sour apple pucker and vodka.
Oh yeah.
I used the rest of my vodka and to like look at. I'm almost out.
Need to stock up. Kit's about to get up. I just like saw Kit look up for a second. I know he was looking. What vodka do I have?
He's like, "Do I have some?" He said the word vodka. Yeah.
Oh, I definitely have vodka.
Gin and tonic, mojitos.
but maybe I might be able to light it up.
Really, I like any drink.
I was
where
literally
you
about to
can't-
say you have alcohol within reaching distance. I just have to.
Oh my god.
Oh, Kit boy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's up there.
God, that's a lot. That is a lot of alcohol.
That's
I've got 3 liquors right now.
at the
Well,
end. There are 3 different types of vodka.
I assume it's
Over towards
deep.
the right is the Kraken.
Like there's
Oh, the
like
Kraken.
3 rows of alcohol.
Kit, I think I've said
I've
it
seen
before.
it.
I don't know. Thank you for introducing me to Kraken.
Of course.
It is.
Is
You
it
were
good?
Like, hey, what's good?
It is
I was like,
my
Kraken.
favorite rum. It
Oh,
is.
I've seen it. I've never tried it.
amazing.
It's one of those weird ones where some people like don't like it.
You
at
either
all,
like
and
it
some
or you
people
hate
love
it.
it.
Yeah.
You either love it or you
Oh,
hate
yeah.
it. I don't think there's
Oh, yeah.
anybody that's
I-
like, oh yeah, no, this is fine.
Oh yeah.
I've
the-
never
now,
heard somebody say that.
the 90.
I'll have to try it.
What is this? 94 proof. It's good, but man, it's like paint thinner. It's like
Oh, God.
it's like drinking paint thinner.
I also kind of like this. It's a Hungarian rum that's like 160 proof.
I have coffee moonshine. This is
I
all
made
I need.
rum cake with it. Coffee moonshine.
I think I showed
God,
Kit.
That's like the perfect storm.
It's actually really good. It's like you know the Starbucks just like little glass Starbucks bottles you can buy in like grocery stores.
Yeah,
It's just like that but with liquor.
that looks like it was
get
a
it open.
powder though, instead of a liquid.
No, it's all moonshine.
Oh my God.
Oh, it burns.
Yeah, I like any drink where you can't taste the alcohol.
Oh, this one's not so bad. I've just been drinking beer all night,
Right.
Yeah.
so it catches up with you.
So,
Yeah.
number 1 favorite alcoholic drink of all time. If you could choose
no.
anything.
Margarita. But you know, like, anything out of
Oh,
anything or liquor.
I hate margaritas.
What type of margarita? Because there's more than one.
Oh,
Like lemon. Do you like a beer Rita?
ooh, that's a good one too. I
Where
don't.
they just stick a
I don't know.
beer
I usually,
inside of a
I just
margarita?
in general. That's usually what I get if I go to a Mexican restaurant and I can drink. Ooh, I had one really good. I don't think it's like an actual. It's not like a regular. Like I don't know. It might be. I don't know. It's called Bramblon, I think. It was like a. I forget what all was in it. I went to Charlotte a couple weeks ago for work, and we all went to a bar, and I know it had. I want to say it was raspberry moonshine. Talk about a lot about moonshine from the South. I can't remember what else was in it. I just remember talking
Yeah,
about
helping
moonshine that
yourself.
night and going, "Ooh, this has moonshine in it." I got that. It was so
Yeah.
good. That was really good.
Wow.
Beer wise, I'm a Land Shark man. I'm Jimmy Buffett beer. I fucking love Land Shark.
I'm Shiner beer, right?
Shiner. I actually almost got some tonight. I looked. It was either this or Shiner because I've never actually tried Shiner.
It might not be good outside of Texas.
I don't know because I know you drink.
Because all the people outside of Texas seem to hate it.
Yeah.
And all the people in Texas love it.
I don't know.
So
Well, I just want to try it
think
because
might be
you always
shipping.
have it.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, so I thought I'd
don't-
try it, but I just decided to go with an oldie but a goodie because I didn't want to not be an alcoholic.
So if I ever leave the state of Texas and drive for 20 hours to get out of Texas, I'll try Shiner outside of Texas just to see if it tastes
I
different.
have to order
because
at a
I feel
bar or
like it
something.
does.
It might because I know that's a
Because-
thing with beer. Like beer is weird. Where
Coors Light does the same thing.
Yeah, it
where
depends-
Coors in Texas is terrible, but
Yeah.
outside Texas, it's
yeah,
amazing.
it all depends. I wouldn't say amazing.
Amazing.
Coors Light from the source is good.
I don't really like beers. I like Smirnoff Ices that they have, which is like a malt liquor.
Yeah.
They're like Screwdriver and Green Apple's really
Oh,
good.
screwdrivers are good.
Oh.
I love-
Yeah, I like screwdrivers.
yeah, I'm. I don't know. It depends on what it is. I like liquor drinks. I'm not big. Last episode I took like 6 shots of straight liquor. I'm not a huge straight liquor person. I like mixed drinks, but I love beer. I love IPAs. I love local breweries. That's one of my favorite parts about the job that I hate is I travel a lot, and there's a lot of really good breweries where I travel. There's one in Georgia in Athens called Creature Comforts. And I think it's like a world-renowned brewery. It is. Oh my god, they're so good. I stop there every time I go out there for work. They've got really good food and they've got amazing beer.
Oh my god.
And there's a bunch of good breweries because it's like I'm in like the trifecta of perfect brewery areas in like my area because I've got Athens, which is a big brewery city, and then Asheville, North Carolina is a big brewery city. Greenville, South Carolina is a big brewery city, and it's like all perfectly together for me to be an alcoholic. Love it.
The perfect storm for
Because like for someone who loves beer,
It's perfect.
perfect.
I don't like
Well-
tequila. It tastes like hot sauce to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you're having the wrong tequila.
Yeah, first of all, I think you're having the wrong-
hot sauce.
I've only had
drinking
one
sriracha.
margarita. No, but nobody agreed with me when I said this tastes like hot sauce, but my parents have a hot sauce that tastes exactly like tequila, so that's all I
I'm
can
pretty
associate.
sure that
it
hot
with.
sauce was tequila.
Oh yeah. I want to try the hot sauce.
Yeah, that sounds like the best hot sauce.
I'll find out what it was and tell you the brand.
Yeah, I
and
want
then
to
you
try
can
this.
Independently
Yeah.
try it.
See,
And I can give
Yeah, I
you
don't
some
like-
tequila that's literally the best tequila that will ruin any other tequila.
tell me, I
for
love
you.
tequila.
Yeah.
Cabo Wabo is one. that you'll-
Cabo Wabo.
Kabu Wabu.
I'm gonna check that out.
So the thing with tequila, which there's not a lot of time left, so hopefully I'll get through the story before my wife
Right.
barges in and kicks down the door.
She was on the last episode. It's fine. She can make a guest appearance.
Yeah.
Say it quick.
Kid's hot wife.
So Cabo Wabo is a really good tequila. It's the top shelf tequila, and another one is Patron. which
Patron's
everybody's
good.
heard of Patron.
Patron's good.
But I think Cabo Wabo is actually better than Patron. So I'm just gonna throw that out there.
trying-
But the thing with that is, if you have really good tequila, you can sip it or take
Yeah.
shots of it. It'll feel about the same,
Yeah.
and you'll not wake up with a hangover.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Oh.
That's why I like tequila. Like, because
the
I
best
like a lot of
part.
people when they drink tequila, they go buck wild. I don't for some reason, which is shocking. See?
But adversely, though,
Oh yeah.
if you drink the terrible tequila, you will, like the cheap stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you will be in the worst pain you've ever been in your entire life.
Oh.
And it hurts to go down. You can't sip it. You have to chug it. And in fact, margaritas are pretty much the only way
Yeah.
to drink it.
There's one
So
I
that's the difference.
Part
If
of
you
why
drink the high class stuff, it ruins the low class stuff
Yeah.
for you.
I had one.
Part
like-
of why I don't like margaritas might be because I don't like salt, like the salty flavor.
Aw.
So that might be part of why I don't like margaritas, and so thusly I'm like tequila's bad because
Might be.
of that. But
See,
know.
I know. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the brand off the top of my head. I had one. It was a lime tequila, and I'd actually mix it with Land Shark. And mixed together with that and just a lime like squeezed and dropped in there. It is one of just mixed drinks wise. It's one of my favorites. Because it's perfect. I can't remember who made that tequila though, because it was really good. It was a really good sipping tequila. I can't remember who made it off the top of my head. Damn it, that makes me, because it was lime tequila. I don't remember. That's gonna bother me because I wanted to get more. I was just talking to a coworker of mine about this the other day. I think it's Hornitos, which is kind of mid range.
Oh, Hornitos?
Yeah, it's kind of mid range. It's not the best, but it's
Right.
it's not bad. I liked it. But I want to try that. First of all, I'm gonna have to get you to send me that name because I'm not gonna remember it. Because I do want to try that because I love tequila.
Oh, wabo.
Cabo Wabo.
Yeah, I was just
Wabo.
talking to my coworkers about making there's a liquor store on the North Carolina South Carolina line up by Charlotte, and evidently they've got super duper cheap liquor, and I want to stop in there one day and probably before an episode of this so I can do some experiments with all these wonderful liquors we recommend.
Yeah.
So
This just turned into liquor recommendations.
exactly. We don't talk about alcohol a lot on our alcohol podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably.
Maybe. I don't know. I wanted to do a thing at the beginning
really,
of,
but kinda.
yeah, not really, but kinda. I wanted to do a thing at the beginning of every episode, and I always forget to do it, where we just talk about what we're drinking. The problem is, I think for now 3 out of 4 episodes, I have drank Land Shark.
Then you'll have to drink something
Yeah,
different.
that's what I
We'll
want to
force you
do.
to
I
drink
want
those
to bring. Actually, I think last episode I brought some stuff from Old Mecklenburg, which is a brewery in Charlotte, which is one of my top 10 breweries. German food. I love German food, and they've got good German food there. I go there every time I go to Charlotte. I had some of that. That was pretty good. But yeah, I like brewery beers. I like IPAs. I'm an alcoholic. I like beer.
Well, next episode, I think we will do the new drinks and then describe
maybe.
it to everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll see. So hopefully we'll have another
But
one of these.
unfortunately-
I don't know what schedule we're doing this on. I guess it's just kind of whenever we can get some people together for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll go ahead and start exiting this because I think Kat has to go, I'd imagine, and I
Yeah.
really have to pee now.
Same, actually.
So yeah, everybody go to, if you, okay. I gotta get a script written down for this because I'm at that point where it's like, it can go either way if I can remember this. GoBicker.com/Patreon. Donate at
Right.
$1 level. I think you get early access to the podcast stuff, I want to say.
Yeah, you do.
I'm glad somebody here's a patron. You get early access to podcasts at the $2 level. You get access to our exclusive Discord server. $2 and up is all the same thing because Terry's a horrible person.
$5 is the Discord.
Okay, it's $5 to the Discord. $2, I don't think you get
Why
anything
don't you
special.
do this?
He's not an official member of GoBicker, and he's the only Patreon subscriber. He can tell me better things about our Patreon than I can.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pi, for holding this podcast together. I'll probably overlay something.
No problem.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're listening to audio, and if you're on our YouTube and you want to listen to audio, we've got it on audio. We actually just got all of our podcasts a couple weeks ago. I don't even know if we mentioned it on any of our show. We got all of our podcasts on Spotify now, which I use all the time, which I think is a cool service. So yeah, go on there, do that.
Yeah.
If not, we're on Google Play Music, we're on iTunes, we're all over the place. So see if we can find us on our local podcast service if you like listening to podcasts on the go. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I love you all. We're back. Maybe we'll be back in another 2 weeks.
Cheers.